What secrets lie buried beneath the sands of Egypt? The whisper of forgotten chants echoes through the endless dunes. Shadows of colossal statues stretch across barren cliffs, silent sentinels of a vanished world. The ruins of temples stand, aligned with the stars' eternal dance. What mysteries do they guard? Among these ancient enigmas, one name towers above all: Ramses II, the Pharaoh of Eternity. For nearly 7 decades he reigned as a living god, a builder of empires, a warrior forged by destiny. His voice carried across the Nile. His vision reshaped the ancient world. Tonight we unravel the life, the triumphs, and the enduring legacy of the most powerful pharaoh in history. From the sands of time to the halls of immortality, this is the story of Ramses the Great. In the fertile lands of the Nile Delta around 1303 BC, a child is born. His name, Ramses. From his very first breath, destiny whispers greatness. His grandfather, Ramses I, had restored Egypt's strength after years of chaos. His father, Seti I, forged a golden age, conquests, monuments, glory, but the stage was set for something even greater. Yet it was young Ramses who would ignite an era of unparalleled glory. Picture a boy walking beside his father through the bustling streets of Thebes, absorbing the arts of war, the secrets of politics, the sacred duties of faith. Every lesson, every step, shaping a future legend. By the age of 10, he is named co-regent, a prince, training to become a god. Every move, every thought, molded for the throne. His mind sharpened to command an empire. At just 25, Ramses is crowned, Pharaoh of the 19th dynasty, 1279 BC. He steps into a world where gods and kings are one. His reign will last 66 years. Generations will rise and fall. For some, a lifetime. For others, an eternity. Egypt, under Ramses, becomes a land of unimaginable wealth and power, its borders stretching from Nubia in the south to Syria in the north. His coronation, under the blazing sun in the grand court of Karnak, is a spectacle of divine authority. Priests chant, incense rises. The young pharaoh, adorned in gold, crowned with the double crown of Upper and Lower Egypt. To the people, he is not just a king, he is a living Horus, a god incarnate. But beneath the mask of divinity, Ramses is a man of fierce ambition. He is driven to etch his name into eternity. By his 5th year as pharaoh, Ramses faced a trial that would shape his destiny forever. The Hittite Empire, rising, relentless, loomed in the north. In 1274 BC, with the fate of Egypt hanging in the balance, Ramses led more than 20,000 soldiers to the city of Kadesh, in what is now Syria. Determined to defend his land, his legacy, and his gods, he marched toward the unknown. What followed was not just a battle, it was a storm of bronze and ambition. Dust clouds swallowed the sun as thousands of horses thundered across the Orontes River plains. The earth trembled beneath their hooves, and the air crackled with the promise of chaos. Over 5,000 chariots, Egyptian and Hittite, collided in a whirlwind of arrows, spears, and splintering wood. Ramses, armored in gleaming scales, bow drawn from his golden chariot, claimed to lead the charge himself. His courage, etched forever in temple carvings, became legend. Was it bravery or desperation? He proclaimed victory. Scribes immortalized his triumph on the walls of Luxor and Abu Simbel. But modern historians still debate the truth. Was it a glorious conquest or a costly stalemate sealed by uneasy diplomacy? The answer lost in the sands of time. The Hittites too claimed victory. Ancient records whisper that neither side truly prevailed. Yet from the blood and fire of Kadesh, something extraordinary emerged. The first recorded peace treaty in human history. Ramses and the Hittite king, Hattusili III, sealed their pact on clay tablets and silver plaques, promising peace, trade, and mutual defense. a testament to Ramses' cunning and his humanity. This treaty, preserved in the vaults of time, became a beacon of hope in a world ruled by war. Ramses returned to Egypt not just as a warrior, but as a statesman, his name forever bound to Kadesh. The true legacy of the battle was not in victory, but in the fragile balance of power it forged, and in the lesson that even the mightiest must sometimes choose peace. Ramses was more than a warrior. He was a builder whose monuments reshaped the very soul of Egypt. From the lush Nile Delta to the distant sun-scorched reaches of Nubia, his creations rose as testaments to divine power. At Abu Simbel, 4 colossal statues of Ramses, each towering 69 feet, were carved directly into the living sandstone. Their serene faces gaze forever over the desert, illuminated by the rising sun twice a year, in perfect, awe-inspiring alignment with the heavens. Here stone and starlight meet, and time itself seems to hold its breath. These were not mere buildings. They were eternal sermons in stone, proclaiming Ramses as both god and king. Inside the great temple, intricate reliefs immortalize his triumphs at Kadesh. Gods like Ra and Amun, their hands raised in blessing, sanctify his reign. Every wall, every carving, whispers of glory and divinity. The smaller temple, dedicated to his beloved Queen Nefertari, broke all tradition. Her statues stood as tall as his, a rare, breathtaking honor in ancient Egypt. Their love was carved into eternity, her beauty and grace immortalized in delicate reliefs. In stone, their hearts beat as one, forever. At the Ramesseum, his mortuary temple, vast courtyards and towering statues celebrated his divine connection. In Pi-Ramesses, his dazzling new capital, palaces and temples gleamed with turquoise tiles and gold. Every structure was a message. Ramses was eternal, his power unmatched. The stones themselves seemed to echo his name. The artisans who crafted these wonders worked with unmatched precision, their tools chiseling hieroglyphs that told of gods and pharaohs, destinies intertwined. Nefertari, his great royal wife, was his partner in this vision. Her wisdom guided his reign. Their union was more than marriage. It was a partnership that shaped Egypt's golden age. Temples aligned with the solstice, statues enduring the sands of time. These were Ramses' gifts to eternity. And through them, his spirit endures. Ramses, father to more than 100 children, a dynasty within a dynasty, his bloodline destined to echo through the ages. Sons who became generals, leading armies to the farthest frontiers. Daughters, priestesses, weaving his legacy into the sacred rites of Amun and Isis. His family was not just lineage, it was legend. Among his sons, one name stands apart: Khemosset, scholar, high priest, restorer of Egypt's ancient tombs. He earned the title of the world's first archaeologist, preserving the memory of pharaohs long forgotten. Through Khemosset, Ramses' legacy was carved not just in stone, but in history itself. Yet, in this vast family, one devotion burned brightest: Queen Nefertari. Her tomb in the Valley of the Queens is a masterpiece, its walls alive with vivid scenes of her journey to the afterlife, inscribed with words of eternal love. My love is unique, none can rival her. Nefertari's beauty and wisdom were celebrated in poetry, in art, her presence, a constant star in Ramses' reign. Their love, immortal. Other wives, like Nofret, bore him heirs of destiny. But Nefertari, she was his heart. His children were raised in opulence, trained in the palace schools of Pi-Ramesses, learning to govern, to worship, to rule. Every lesson, every ritual, a thread in the tapestry of his legacy. Ramses made sure their names were carved beside his on monuments, binding them to his eternity. Through family, he sought immortality, not just in stone, but in flesh and memory. His vast progeny carried his vision forward, their lives a living testament to his ambition. Even now, the scale of his family stands as a marvel, a living monument to the reign of Ramses the Great. In the year 1212 BC, at the astonishing age of 90, after 66 years upon the throne, Ramses II finally crossed the threshold into eternity. His passing sent shockwaves through Egypt, a land that had known no other king for generations. His body, ravaged by arthritis, worn by the pain of age and the ache of old wounds, bore the scars of a lifetime spent in the service of a nation. The end of an era had come. Those who followed, beginning with Monumental, could not match his grandeur. Egypt trembled as invaders pressed at its borders. The sea peoples, the Libyans, relentless, unyielding. The golden age began to dim. Economic hardship, unrest, and the slow unraveling of power threatened the empire Ramses had built with his own hands. The shadow of decline crept in. Ramses's mighty temples, once radiant, were slowly swallowed by shifting sands. Colossal statues, toppled and broken, surrendered to the relentless march of time. Fearing desecration, priests hid his mummy in secret, deep within the cliffs of Deir el-Bahri. For centuries his name faded into silence, his monuments buried beneath the dunes. The memory of a god-king nearly lost. But then, in the 19th century, a miracle. In a hidden royal cache, Ramses's mummy was found, his face astonishingly preserved. High cheekbones, a proud nose, a faint, enigmatic smile. Scientists marveled at his red hair, a rare trait, perhaps a sign of divinity. Now in Cairo's museum, his body endures, a silent witness to a reign that defied time itself. The rediscovery ignited a global fascination. The legend of Ramses the Great was reborn. His death was not an ending, but the beginning of a new chapter, one that would echo through eternity. Ramses II, the greatest pharaoh Egypt has ever known. His name, etched in stone, endures while empires crumble. His story, whispered in myth, carried by the winds of time, echoing across millennia. He was a warrior who faced empires, a builder who defied the ages, a father whose dynasty shaped the world, and in the eyes of his people, a living god. His reign, it did not merely define Egypt, it defined the very idea of kingship itself. Power, divinity, eternity, all intertwined in his legacy. Though his monuments are weathered by centuries, they still stand. Beacons of human ambition, reaching for the heavens. The peace treaty of Kadesh, a milestone in diplomacy, still echoes in the halls where nations seek peace today. His love for Nefertari, carved in stone, speaks to the timeless human heart. From the colossal statues of Abu Simbel to the vibrant paintings in Nefertari's tomb, his legacy endures, not just in stone, but in the stories we tell, and the love that survives the ages. What other secrets lie buried beneath Egypt's sands, waiting to be uncovered? The whispers of ancient chants still linger in the night, the stars still align with his temples, and the story of Ramses II is only the beginning. His life teaches us true immortality is not in living forever, but in leaving a mark that time itself cannot erase. Join us for more journeys into the past, where the sands of time reveal the eternal.